Hello everyone. A beautiful soul reached out to me and asked, how can I manifest a relationship? And here's the thing, it doesn't matter if you're manifesting a relationship, a new job, a house, more money, whatever it is, I actually use the same principles every single time. The only thing that changes is the limiting beliefs that come up and the way that I'm led. So they're two things that are very, very different. I do cover this step by step in my self-paced Rise and Bloom signature manifesting program. But when it comes to relationships and money also, the reason that sometimes it can feel really difficult is because those are the two things where we've experienced the most pain. And wherever we have experienced the most pain, that tends to create a lot of resistance. So one of my clients came to me and I actually spoke with her this morning to ask if I could share this information. She's gorgeous, she's successful, she's living her best life. She just has a passion for the things that she does. And she's like, it just doesn't make sense that I'm single. And I said, okay, this is always information that there is something in your subconscious that doesn't feel safe being in a relationship. So anytime you hear the words, it doesn't feel safe, or this always happens to me, that is information that you have something in your subconscious that is a conflicting idea to what you want. And remember, the subconscious is running the show. So for this particular client, let me just check my notes. There is not one part of her that felt safe being in a relationship. So her parents got divorced from an early age. So relationship registers as pain, as abandonment when they were together. And I think it was like a Saturday. She was sitting there and she was watching them do their tax and she's like, oh my God, this is so boring. So as a child, it's like a relationship is boring. It's like so much responsibility. But the big thing that we uncovered for this particular client is that she had made a vow when she was 14. So her sister had been dating this guy for 2 years. They were so in love with each other, and I think that he ended up being put into arranged marriage. I have to check those details. Her sister was so upset that these were her exact words: I never want to be in love because it causes pain. I would rather be single than to put myself through that. So she made this vow, and whenever you make a vow, the energy and the emotion that you put behind it will get deeply embedded into your subconscious. So her subconscious actually thinks that it is keeping her safe by not allowing her to be in a relationship. So these are all the things that, I look at with my clients. And what we do is we have to tip the scales. So for her, it was like, I can't trust men. I'll only be betrayed. Men are the cause of like so much pain. And so the list is long. And then the positive list is very short. So whenever you want to manifest something, you actually have to tip the scales. I feel like this is not going to be the last time that I'm talking about relationships, because there are so many dynamics that feed into it, and it's so super interesting. So I hope that helps. The other thing that's coming in is that ask yourself this: I'm not in a relationship because, and then write down the answer. And all of the reasons that you write down are the stories that you're telling yourself. So here's the number one thing that I hear: because all of the good men are taken, because I'm too old, because I work all the time, because, here's another thing. So for my client, she grew up, this is so interesting, she grew up and her aunties were rich and successful, but they were single. And her mom gave up her career to be in a relationship, and she ended up being miserable. So these are all the things that we're kind of taking in as a child, and then we're creating like this program, this file. And so for her, it was like, oh, I can be rich and successful, or I can have a family. And this is the either or belief. This comes up and it kind of filters through every area of our life. So this was another big one for her, it was the either or. And so she'd be like right into her career and then feeling like you don't want to be in a relationship, and then go right into the relationship and then think I kind of want to be in the career. You can have it all. You know, there are women out there that have both, and you can have that too if that's your desire. You just have to get clear on your actual desire. Sorry, that just popped in. So write down, I'm not in a relationship because, and then finish the sentence. They are all the stories that you're telling yourself, and they're absolutely not true. I already know that. And you will start to see where the resistance is, and when you start to question it, that's when you start to break it up. So I hope that helps. If you want more information on manifesting a relationship, please DM me.